This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, thousands of people have flocked to vigils in the Central Lakes District, paying tribute to those affected by Christchurch's terror attacks. The Dunedin City Council held an extraordinary general meeting today with emotional scenes from civic leaders. ID Dunedin's fashion show began under a cloud on Friday, but highlighted colour in a time of darkness. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Daryl Baser. Thousands of people have flocked to vigils in the Central Lakes District to pay tribute to those affected by Friday's Christchurch terror attacks. Locals from Queenstown and Wanaka turned out in force last night to show support for their Muslim communities.
A public show of solidarity in Queenstown last night, thousands packing into Earnslaw Park to pay tribute to those affected by Friday's Christchurch terror attack. Many carried candles and flowers, others held signs with messages of support and love. A hush fell over the crowd as members of Queenstown's Muslim community prayed before the service got underway. Queenstown Muslim Community Trustee Muhammad Nadeem says the community has shown their love and support.
At the moment we really feel secure, and the council, the community down here, they're very nice to us, and I would say, yeah, we feel home, we feel safe.
Fellow trustee Ashif Khan says some of his friends and family were among the victims.
There are some victims from Fiji. Actually, I know them personally. One of my nephew is there. He has been admitted at the hospital, which I got a Viber message from one of my friends that he is still admitted and he is needing our prayers that he can recover very well quickly.
Meanwhile, candles shone brightly to remember the victims of Friday's terrorist attack as the sun set over the hills behind Lake Wanaka. Over 1,500 people gathered on the lake's foreshore, sombre in mood but strong in spirit. Wanaka residents Sarah Holmes and Monique Kelly say Friday's attacks were a wake-up call.
I think it's really about calling out even the least of our hatreds that we say against people, and making sure, I think this is a time we really need to look at ourselves as a nation and say hate has no place here, and we need to call it out where it is, when it is, and we need to support our minority communities and make sure that they feel the love.
A vigil planned for Thursday night in Dunedin is now set to take place at Forsyth Bar Stadium to accommodate the large numbers of people expected to attend. In Central Otago, The South Today.
Meanwhile, South Otago community leaders have moved to deny claims of a racist subculture in the region following allegations concerning the Bruce Rifle Club. The alleged mosque terror gunman was a member of the club. The Bruce Club near Melbourne has closed its doors indefinitely after it emerged former soldier Pete Brindle raised concerns with police about the behaviour of some members after visiting the club in 2017. Club Vice President Scott Williams strenuously denies the allegations. Neighbouring gun clubs also deny the existence of racist views within the shooting community, and Clutha Mayor Brian Cadogan says racist ideologies have no place in South Otago's communities. The Dunedin City Council held an extraordinary meeting this afternoon to formally express its support, sympathy and condolences for the Muslim community in the wake of last week's terrorist attack in Christchurch. Mayor Dave Cull called the meeting at the start of the week as a platform for elected representatives to share their feelings. Tears flowed as councillors paid tribute to the city's Muslim community this afternoon at a special meeting of the Dunedin City Council. Mayor Cull led councillors expressing their horror at the outrageous atrocity which took place in Christchurch on Friday.
Nevertheless, we are stricken to the core by this horror, and we stand with you in solidarity and araha.
Councillors' voices cracking with emotion as they commit to supporting the Muslim community in Dunedin and around the country and making changes necessary to tackle casual racism in society, no matter how small.
And I've made a personal commitment, and I would encourage you all to do the same, that we call this out when it happens. It's the small gestures also that will make the difference. The warm smile to a woman in the supermarket who's wearing a hijab.
The meeting began with a prayer and a waiata and ended with councillors voting unanimously for a resolution supporting their views. Local Muslim Paul Gawley stood shoulder to shoulder with a sister in faith and the Reverend who'd opened proceedings, and Gawley's message is simple: love must conquer hate.
It's the same in Islam. We don't want this to grow into something, and if we join his hatred, if we join that, which wasn't really even about the man, it's the evilness, if we join in that by being full of hate, then what we've done is we've given up, we've given in, we've lost the path. Councillors sang the national anthem to conclude the meeting. In Dunedin, the South Today. Dunedin's Kavanagh College staff, pupils and parents are in shock after learning Principal Tracy O'Brien died last night. It's believed he developed an infection following routine eye surgery. Mr O'Brien, who was aged in his mid-50s, had been principal at the school for 9 years. In October last year, he announced he would be resigning at the end of Term 2 this year and was looking forward to retirement. The ID Dunedin fashion show supplied some colour on Friday in the wake of the Christchurch terror attack, which cast a pall over proceedings. The show celebrated its 20th year in style, highlighting colour in a time of darkness. Putting their best feet forward, making sure the show did go on despite the dark events of last Friday afternoon.
I think I can safely say that we all feel awful and quite sick about the events that have unfolded, and everyone is thinking, how can this happen?
As well as being a festival of fashion, Dunedin's ID Fashion Show is also a competition for emerging designers, with a manufacturer from England taking top honours.
And the winner for the H&J Smith ID International Emerging Designer First Place Award 2019, Rebecca Carrington, Manchester Metropolitan University, UK.
Rebecca Carrington taking out the main prize with her collection, the story of Miss Ruby Ribbon. Judges describing her collection as a breath of fresh air. Judge Benny Castles saying her designs are uplifting and inspiring. The ID International Emerging Designer Awards were held in the second half of the show, which also featured collections from 16 leading New Zealand designers. In Dunedin, the South Today. And all the fashion from ID Dunedin's 2019 show will be set to be screened 8:30 p.m. on Channel 39 this Saturday. There's still to come on the South Today. There's been another person killed in a jet boating accident, and Queenstown residents have come out in force to raise money in the 24-hour-long Relay for Life.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren, his Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Dunedin Beds R Us are having a stock clearance sale during the month of February. Up to 50% off New Zealand-made sleepyhead beds. Come see Ricky and the team at 505 Princess Street, next to Armstrong Prestige. Plenty of parking.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Island Medical Centre have 2 late night clinics. We are now open on a Tuesday and Thursday night until 7 p.m. with doctor and nurse appointments available. Phone us on 488 2754 to make a booking or to find out more information.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Tune in to Eastern Light Filmworks every week.
Welcome back. One person has died after a jet boat crashed on the Hollyfoot River in Fiordland National Park. Police say they were alerted to the incident in Southland around 8:45 last night. Another person is understood to have suffered serious injuries. Police are investigating the death on behalf of the coroner. Queenstown has come out in force to raise money and awareness for cancer. The 24-hour-long Relay for Life event has raised $150,000 for the Cancer Society, and for one local woman, cancer isn't her only battle.
In the midst of fighting for her life, Juliana Costa is facing a new battle, being allowed to stay in the country she's made her home. The 37-year-old Queenstown resident, who is undergoing treatment for breast cancer, tearfully announced at the Relay for Life on the weekend that her working visa will not be renewed. She says the Cancer Society has been a huge help throughout the ordeal.
Mary from the Cancer Society came to my house, and we spent time taking through these questions. She took the time to listen and the time to care, so we couldn't understand what options were right for us. I feel more in control, knowing the Cancer Society team will be there to help us.
Costa hopes the crowd will donate generously to the cause.
As the Cancer Society get not direct government funding, we need to help them continue to provide this individual support and care.
It's a familiar story for Queenstown local Joy Keys. Her cancer now in remission, but she had similar visa issues when she was suffering health problems.
It did take a while to get our visa because the government didn't like my health position, but thanks to Dr. Chris Jackson wrote to immigration, and I think that really helped swing it.
As of today, her petition on change.org has over 7,000 signatures wanting her to stay. Queenstown Mayor Jim Bolt says he'll be sending a message to Immigration Minister Ian Les Galloway to tell him don't be dopey. In Queenstown, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, we check in with punters at the Methven AMP show, and Mid Canterbury is set to get a new lodge.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Most of us have spots on our skin. That's quite normal. Finding skin cancer as early as possible is key to successful treatment. Book in for a free check of 1 to 2 moles or a comprehensive full body check with the Mole Doctor in Waverley.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Dunedin Beds R Us are having a stock clearance sale during the month of February, up to 50% off New Zealand made sleepyhead beds. Come see Ricky and the team at 505 Princess Street next to Armstrong Prestige. Plenty of parking.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Welcome back. The Methven AMP show has showcased recreation in and around the Methven district. Four-wheel drive, football, mountain biking and vintage machinery clubs were among some of the attractions on show. Organisers wanted to give farmers a chance to get off farm and have some fun, as well as seeing some of the activities on offer in the district. The AMP show was also an opportunity to catch up with others while checking out some of the latest farming equipment and technologies. Despite wet conditions underfoot on Saturday, hundreds flocked to the Methven AMP show grounds to enjoy the 105th annual event. There was heaps of family entertainment with sheep colouring, animal shed where children can get close up with a variety of animals, and food stalls, along with the ever popular wood shopping. And yes, an impressive multi-million-dollar accommodation lodge has been constructed by the Tynwald Reserve Board to provide visitor accommodation options in Ashburton. Set in the large Tynwald domain, the lodge is set to be officially unveiled at a public opening.
At over 500 square metres, this lodge has been built with $1 million loan from the Ashburton Council. It's been constructed by the Tynwald Reserve Board to provide more visitor accommodation options in Ashburton.
Our first stage here was to really put the underground services in the way of water, power and sewerage, and that was a major project and a costly one in itself.
It's said to be paid off over time from the increased camping ground revenue. The building looms large at the back of the scenic domain and provides a quiet spot for guests.
We're now at the opening stage of our new 40-bed lodge, which includes 8 ensuite rooms, a dormitory type wing plus
a open plan kitchen living area.
The lodge is part of the Domain Board's major project of relocating the campground from the central part of the domain to a less obtrusive area, opening it up more to the general public.
Planned for use for schools, sporting groups and any other groups that want to use the advantages of holidaying in Ashburton or using sports groups, Lakewood or skiing holidays and those sorts of things.
Wing says the lodge has come in on budget but has taken longer than expected. The official opening will be a chance for the public to see the finished article. In Ashburton, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Thousands of people flocked to vigils in the Central Lakes district, paying tribute to those affected by Christchurch's terror attack. The Dunedin City Council held an extraordinary general meeting today with emotional scenes from civic leaders ahead of a vigil set for Forsyth Barr Stadium. And the ID Dunedin Fashion Week started under a cloud on Friday, but the show highlighted colour in a time of darkness. And now time for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Mr. Hayden Meikle.
Good evening, Mr. Daryl Baser. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. Let's have a look at tomorrow's ODT, and obviously Christchurch is still the number one topic. Several pages of coverage tomorrow. We've got the latest from Christchurch itself, and also the very sort of powerful message coming out of Parliament today. I don't know if you had an opportunity to listen to Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern today. Fantastic, actually. Hasn't she proven herself as a marvellous leader in these dark times?
Quite phenomenally so. And yeah, what you were saying, I noticed the release came up from her office saying that she will not mention his name.
Indeed, she's leading the way on that. A lot of really great messages from her today, so we're looking at having quite a lot of that in the ODT tomorrow. Worrying developments from here in Dunedin. We're hearing from local Muslim people about the instances of Islamophobia that they've encountered, so obviously that's really worrying, but something for the whole city really to address, to kind of stamp that stuff out. The only message we want to spread to the local Muslim community is one of love, acceptance, tolerance, all of those things. On the flip side, there is some really lovely stuff out of Logan Park High School today. They had their Race United Day assembly, some great messages from the kids there, and hopefully a nice photo as well. As we've seen some emotional scenes at Dunedin City Council today, and the sort of stuff we just aren't used to seeing, probably at council meetings, which tend to be rather boring, dry affairs, but bravo for our city councillors for calling out all forms of racism and hate and Islamophobia. A fantastic photo, I think, is going to really hold page one of our newspaper tomorrow. Elsewhere, a sad day for the Kavanagh College community. We're talking to people with some tributes to Principal Tracy O'Brien following his sudden death. So a very sad day for that community. He was a much loved and respected figure at that school. And on a brighter note, we go to sport. Huge news for Courtney Duncan, our motocross gun from Palmerston, which is of course in the Waitaki district, Daryl. Big news for Courtney, so we find out all about that in tomorrow's paper. She's something a little bit special.
Indeed, her career is just taking off.
Phenomenal athlete, incredible young woman, and frightening to watch her in action on a motorbike, but you cannot but admire what she does. It is inevitable she will be a world champion, and I think she will be a multiple world champion. She's going to go down as one of the all-time greats of New Zealand motorsport, and she has many years ahead of her, so she's very exciting, one to watch.
Brilliant. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate that. All that and more in tomorrow's ODT. Now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by MoMap.
Beginning with the city view, you can just see them there, sprinklers in action during the morning rush to work. Looking at the situation, a light northeasterly airflow remains over the South Island, bringing humid air from the Pacific Ocean onto eastern coasts, with low cloud and some fog slow to clear in many areas. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect a cloudy day with 22-degree highs. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are set for cloudy skies and a top temperature of 24 degrees. In Canterbury, you can expect a cloudy day with 19 degrees for Kaikoura, 20 in Christchurch and 22 for Ashburton. In the southern towns, we expect light winds, some cloud, The Catherine's heads for 19, while Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are all looking at 20-degree highs and clear skies. Heading across to the Central Lakes, Wanaka you're looking at light winds and morning cloud with a high of 22, while Queenstown should get to 21, Alexandra heads for 23, and Te Anau you can expect a fine day with 20 degrees. To the northern towns, Timaru and Romaru are set for light northeasterlies, cloudy and 18. Twizel and Omarama you can expect morning cloud, Twizel heads for 23 and Omarama 24. In Dunedin, cloudy tonight with light winds and an overnight low of 13, mostly cloudy tomorrow, heading for a high of 17 degrees and an overnight low of 13. Cloudy on Thursday with light northeasterlies, looking at a high of 18 and a low of 13 degrees. In Invercargill, fine and cool tonight with an overnight low of 8 degrees. Sunny and mild tomorrow with light winds, aiming for a high of 20 and a low of 9. Similar conditions on Thursday with light winds, looking at a high of 21 degrees and a low of just 9. That's all for our news this Tuesday. For the latest from the Southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.